Hey, it's vlog time. Well, actually, it's not because it's technically Thursday when I'm filming this. So it will be vlog time tomorrow when I upload it. Which is really weird because it's Thursday and I have a shift. But I don't have a shift tomorrow, which is Friday. And normally if I didn't have a Friday shift, I would just do this on Friday because I'd have plenty of time. And instead, I'm vlogging today and I've got to edit tomorrow and post. My cat's here looking at me very disdainfully. Excellent, she's now up in the bed and will promptly move my, yeah, come on. Come on. Tripod, like that. Come on. Whatever, she's hearing noises outside. She's not sure what she wants. No, it's weird because normally I would just leave this for Friday and do it all at once since I don't have work, rather than split it up into two. Well, that's what we're hearing. Somebody's collecting the recycling. But the reason why I'm doing this is I'm not quite sure what the feel of the house is going to be tomorrow. Thank you, recycling collectors. You see, both my parents have gone to work today because they work Monday to Friday. But they're both getting off early because my dad has a dentist appointment to have his 2 front teeth pulled. And on Monday, he's then going to get a plate put in, replacing these teeth. This is definitely something that needs to get done. Like, there's not really other options right now. So we're really grateful that this is getting done, and getting done a month before they leave so that he has time to heal. But needless to say, he's probably not going to be feeling super great for the next couple of days. So there's a strong possibility that I won't feel comfortable doing any videos tomorrow precisely because I'll be aware of him in the next room. You know, trying not to think about the fact that he had just had his 2 front teeth pulled. It makes sense. I mean, it could turn out that he's doing fine, and then I can work on book and page. That's perfectly fine. But I'm trying to cover contingencies here, which is get this video filmed in advance, and we're all good. Yeah, so I'm not the only one with dentist problems. Is it the garbage truck now? It's probably the garbage truck, yeah. So, not the only one with dentist problems. Speaking of which, next Tuesday I have a consultation with a specialist about my 2 right wisdom teeth. So hopefully again we can get those pulled. Hopefully again sometime in March when my parents are still in the country, so that when I am inevitably a baby about all of this, I have someone to look after me. Knowing my luck, it's going to be just into April, and I'm going to be figuring this stuff out on my own. Yay! Ugh. So good news, you've heard it already a couple of times. I do now have my G2. I passed the test on Friday in my mother's little Versa Note. And we call it my mother's car because she got it through this car funding program that basically helps you get a car even if, like, financially you can't afford a car from, like, a car dealership. And what these guys do is, as a company, is they go to, like, car auctions from rental places, which will have purchased a bunch of new cars, keep them for like a year, and then we'll get newer ones still, right? And this company then will purchase all of these gently used semi-new cars. And these are the ones that then they'll help people get financing for. And they'll do like an update thing. And I know full well this update thing is precisely to get you to keep paying. Because you could eventually just say, no, I want to keep the car I have and pay it off and you're done. or you can keep paying the same amount or a little more or a little less depending on the car, and you'll get a newer car. And my mother hit this point in time where they were like, do you want us to see if we can get you another one? And she said yes. And I understand why she did. I'm a little sad because I really liked the Versanote size-wise. It's a very small car, so I felt very comfortable learning how to park in it. I knew where everything was. But it is an older car. It has quite a bit of mileage on it now. And if I'm honest, they didn't build the Versanote super well. Like, it's a very noisy car. And the one we have, the back seatbelts always lock on you. And if you're not careful, even if you're doing everything right, you could start fogging up everything. So, like, I understand why Mom said yes. I'm a little sad because as they go on their trip, I'm sort of inheriting everything and keeping it for them. But that's precisely what it is. I'm keeping it for them. Like, they're coming back. So it is Mom's choice about Mom's car. So 4 days after I passed my G2 and the Versanote, we now have a new car. I mean, it's a nice car, but it is significantly bigger than my Versanote. Dad said it's only got 2 feet on it, but I don't really believe that. And it's not a hatchback. Like, the Versanote is a hatchback. So I knew exactly where it ended. But I don't know that on this new car because there's a trunk. So there's, like, significantly more footage. And I'm just like, oh, I've got to learn how to park all over again. I could drive it fine. The day we got it, I drove it down to the storage unit. But I never parked it. Like, I just pulled into the storage unit. And at that point in time, I was tired and I didn't want to drive back. So my dad took over for driving. So I have not yet parked anything but the trunk. I'm just like, great, I gotta learn how to park again. Oh, jeez. And right after, of course, we got rid of our pylons with broom handles stuck to them so that I could learn to park backing up without needing to put cars in danger. No, it's a nice car. It's a nice car. It is a nice car. I'm sure I will love the car. Just why did it have to be so big? See, and this is part of it, right? Like, I didn't get a choice in this matter. I don't get a choice in this matter, nor necessarily should I complain, because I just get access to this car. I should be happy, right? I've just been handed a car. Here you go for the next 6 months. But it's so big. I'll get used to it. In other positive news, we've currently got 2 cars, right? Because there's my mother's car and then my father's car. And I only need the one. So we were planning on putting my father's car up for sale. But because both of them work semi-different schedules, like he starts at 6 in the morning, right? And that might just be a 2-hour difference, but that is a significant 2-hour difference. That is not like 8 and 10 difference. That is like 6 and 8 hour difference, right? So it was looking like I would have to put the car up for sale. Basically, we keep it until they go, and then I try and sell it. But Dad's been talking about this trip at work. Actually, both of them have. But he's been talking about sort of the logistics of it, including the fact that he's got to sell the car. And it turns out a couple of ladies he works with have been looking for used cheap cars for other members of their own families. And Dad keeps his car relatively well taken care of. So I think we have successfully sold the car to one of the ladies he works with who needs it for her son. So that's good news. So what is that? Teeth news, car news. I mean, there's not much else happening there. You saw my declutter video, so you know I'm working through some things. My bookshelf, maybe I can, yeah, there you go. My bookshelf now has a bunch of space here, and a little bit on the lower one. A little one on the lower shelf. And that's because I've finally started to be able to take advantage of this black shelf here. Right? Because this was sort of part of a storage option for my parents in the apartment. They're now moving their stuff on here into the actual storage unit. So I have now been able to take up, it's sort of the 4 in the middle right now. So this one was always sort of mine. This one, these two were shared, and they're now like fully mine. And then this one was theirs that they've now cleaned out. So what I've actually done is I used to have all of my like Wii and Switch and all my video games. That's now there. Yee! That's now there. And then in my closet, I used to have a whole lot more up on this shelf that is now over there. That was probably a weird trip for you. That was certainly weird for me. So yeah, I am feeling a little more comfortable in my space. I used to have movies on that bottom shelf, and I've now moved them out to the central movie area. So my parents cleaned a lot of that out. So, because they got one of those disc things to take movies with them, and I went through and pulled out a bunch of movies that I wanted to keep after they had made their choice. Like, that was literally it. They did it first. And I pulled out sort of the extra ones. So I've now got a collection of movies out there. Because the hope is, if Mike is staying, he'll then move into my parents' room, and the living room can again become a central shared location, and not his bedroom. It's weird to think that I think today's the last day of February that I'm filming this, so tomorrow will be the first day of March. Whew. Okay. Season's gonna pick up soon. We're looking for April for things to really start getting going. And then of course we'll hit the summer months. So my basic plan is to have a book and page all done. I was hoping to have Winter's Tale fully done in February, and then this past couple of weeks everything's just gone off the rails. So I finally got back into doing book and page stuff this week. And I got 4 videos done for Winter's Tale. So hopefully again I can continue that on, and then get the Place of the Lion. Basically, the first cruise of the season is set for April 19th. If I can have all of my book and page season 2 videos done by that date, then I should be okay. So that's the plan. Just gotta keep working towards the plan. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna let you go. I'm kind of rambling now. I like the car. I like the car. I like the car. I like my space. Everything is okay. Talk to you later. I keep forgetting I need to do the end card. Why is this so hard? End card! More videos.